Hey guys, J0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Whatever part of the world that you are in, um, let me start off by saying the incident that happened in Pike County with the mass murder over there, that was not us. It was quite a ways away from us. We have had a lot of questions about, are we okay? We're fine. Don't know anything about what happened over there any more than what anybody else who looks at the news knows. And like I say, I don't know much about what happened over there. All I know is there was a horrible tragedy, and I won't speculate on what could provoke such an incident as far as whys or whatever. Um, just a sign of the times, man. The crazy world and the crazy times that we are living in. Unfortunately, things like this are happening not just here in Southern Ohio, but they're happening, all over the country, all over the world, man. It's a bad deal. So, me, I mean, as far as something like that happening here, we have our firearms. Always got my guns handy, and my kids are all trained, and they know how to use and operate our guns. And all we can do is do the best we could to try to defend ourselves if somebody shows up with bad intentions, whoever it might be. So, having said that, I pray for that family. It's a bad thing that happened. So, anywho, you know it. Holy crap, that's good coffee. Um, my garden video. A lot of folks asked me how close the creek was to our garden. We're going to be able to catch quite a bit of rainwater, and if we need to use the bigger creek that's on the other side of the hayfield, it's about 300 feet away from the house, from the garden here, and we have about 340, 350 feet or so of garden hose, and we have a solar pump. We just hook it up to a solar panel on a sunny day, and it runs a little pump, and it'll pump water. We know it works because we've tried it. And if we were in an emergency or some sort of a situation where we were on our own, then that is what we would use to move water from the creek to the house and the garden. If we needed to, we ran out of water up here. The county water wasn't working, or like I said, there was some sort of a big event to where there wasn't any water available. That would be the water that we would use. So, and then once we got it up to here, if we were going to use it for the family, then we would go through the process of purifying it so that we could use it as potable water for cooking and drinking and so on and so forth. And but yes, I do have means to get water. It's extremely expensive to drill a well out here in the hills where I'm at. We don't have. They're going to have to be pretty deep, and we have really. It's rock. It's rock and clay, man. That's what we have, and so it's pretty pricey to drill wells. And most of the old timers back in the day, before we had our county water and so on, a few of them had wells. If you lived in the river bottoms, or you lived in a big valley or a big hollow or something, a few of them would have a well. Most of them had cisterns that collected rainwater, and that's kind of what we're still doing today. We all have I may not have a big concrete cistern in the ground to catch the rainwater, but we have the little inflatable swimming pool thing and barrels and so on and so forth that we catch rainwater in. So I will probably never have a well, just because I will never have the resources or the means to have a well drilled, because you have to have the big drill come out and do it. It's I know folks that live in certain areas of the country, it's not that hard to drill a well, and there's even dudes like BC Truck who made a drill and drilled one by hand. But our water table is way down there, and it's underneath a lot of rock, and so it's a process. So we just collect the rainwater, and if we are in a bad situation, then we will just pump it from the creek across the hayfield. So there you go. That's the water. And that's there's not a whole lot going on right now. I mean, other than our normal busy spring stuff. We're tending the garden. We got a lot of baby critters running around every which way. Our little pheasants are starting to hatch out now. You can hear the biddies. We got biddies everywhere. Folks are going to be looking for chickens. We're hatching chickens out for them. So And then we're, like I said, we've got little pheasants that are starting to hatch up, and working on, getting everybody moved from the winter to the spring and summer watering systems, getting our big waterers set up so that we don't have to worry about water through the summertime, the big bulk ones. Made a video about that, I think, last year of making a bucket with running the lines to each one of our rabbit cages, and putting on fans. We put on these little computer fans on each cage and hook them directly to a solar panel, and that way when the sun comes up, all the fans come on, and it blows air through the rabbit cages all through the summer and helps keep them cool. And we put in all different kinds of ice bottles and clay tiles that we put in there that help keep everybody cool. So that's what we've been doing here the last few days, is just getting ready to doing springtime stuff, man. Getting ready. Plus, not to mention the grass is growing crazy, so we're having to mow and weed eat quite a bit. So that would be the reason why I haven't posted anything, because that's just everyday stuff, man. Everyday stuff that everybody does in the springtime when you're getting ready to get into your growing and your producing season. So we've been busy, dawn till dusk. So I hope that answers a couple of questions. Here later on today, I'm going to try to, not really build, but make a bulk chicken feeder. The larger our laying flock gets, the more feed they go through, and I'm having to go out and feed. Every other day I'll have to fill up their feeding can. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a lazy dude. I'm not lazy, and I don't mind feeding and filling up the chicken feeder. But if I can make one that's bigger and save myself a little bit of time that I can be doing something else rather than dragging feed sacks around, then that's what my plan is. One, that way I can put the whole bag of feed into the feeder and not have half a bag laying around here and there that the mice are going to get into in the shed, and it's not going to take up any room in the shed, so I can keep extra materials in there. You can see I got materials everywhere for upcoming projects, and just because usually folks like me, we can't buy everything we need all at once. We got to buy a little piece here and a little bit here and a little bit there, and then we got to figure out where we're going to store them out of the weather while we're waiting to get everything together so we can build what it is we're trying to build. So the next videos for the next several weeks, you're going to see stuff here and there, but it is what it is until we get it all together. So there you go. That's a little bit on the water, a little bit on what we got going on around here. So bear with us, and I'll probably make a video on this chicken feeder that I'm going to do out of just a really cheap garbage can. I seen another dude do it, and it was a good idea. I wish I could remember who did it, but I can't. But anywho, there you guys have it. You guys stay safe, stay strong, keep up the good fight, and God bless. The end. Buzz, the end.